Allah is generous in Ramadan. That's why His generosity is spreading everywhere. How is Allah generous? He's opened the doors of paradise, He's closed the doors of hellfire, locked up the shaitan. Then He said something. He said, you know, all of the fara'id and obligations which you must do anyway. You have to pray namaz, you have to fast. I know you have to do it because I've obligated you to do it. But you know what? I'm going to give you 70 times the reward for it in this month. Now, if you have another shop somewhere which is closing down, or they have an offer, they give you buy one, get one free. Maybe buy one, get two free. Maybe 60% off, 70% off. Nobody gives you buy one, get 70 free. Nobody gives you that. Only Allah does. And that's for something we have to do anyway. It's our obligation as slaves of Allah to do it. He says, no, I'm going to give you reward for it. I know you have to do it, but I want you to get the reward. And for any other worship, I'm going to increase it to the same as a fard worship. Any nafil worship, I'm going to increase to that worship. So now you can see that Allah is making a massive difference. And it says that the Prophet ﷺ was very generous, and he was most generous in Ramadan when he used to read to Jibreel alayhi salam, the Quran. So now, what we have is, our Ramadan is, if we've done 20 Ramadans before, has our, last year's Ramadan that we did, how different was it from Ramadan 10 years ago? Was there much difference? So if we prayed this much Quran, 10 years ago, we're still praying the same amount of Quran. If we give this much sadaqah, that's still how much we're giving. It's like we've got it set. We're never gonna go beyond that. Unless you're doing so much that you can't do anymore. MashaAllah, there are some people, their time is, they can't do anymore in Ramadan. Unless Allah opens up more time for them. Because they regulate their Ramadan and fix it in such a way that no time is wasted, no moment is wasted. But most of us aren't like that, right? So I'll give you a few examples. Our young brothers, when they finish college and they're going to go and get their first job, they're going for an interview. Now, usually you have to have like a blazer or something and look a bit formal, right? To go for interview. And you don't have a blazer, you just need a blazer. So a blazer from Primark will be okay, right? A blazer from Asda. A jacket from Asda, which should be okay for your first meeting. After a few years, will you still wear a blazer from Primark? No. What's wrong with Primark? Right? You know what I mean? Then it becomes, we need designer. It needs to be Gucci, Canali, Giorgio Armani. Then maybe it needs to be hand-stitched ones, especially for you because we moved up in the world. A young man, he needs a car. Any car is fine. Give me a banger, it's okay. After a few years, no, I need this car. In everything, we become, mashallah, more refined. We become more professional. We become more particular. In everything. Even in jubbas. We become particular. Little kid, have you got a phone? No. Would you be happy if you got a phone? Yeah. If I gave you like a very old phone, would you be happy with that? I'll still be okay, right? Yeah. Any phone works. Now, if I ask our older brother, any phone works for you? No, you're going to need a special phone now, So, but when it comes to Ramadan, we're still doing what we used to do before. We're still on beta version. We haven't upgraded. We're still doing what we did before, the off-the-shelf, no frills brand version that we've been doing, and we think that's okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is actually in Ramadan giving us making so much changes, giving us an excuse to do better. That's why my dua, and may Allah accept it for all of us, is always every Ramadan, Ya Allah, make this Ramadan better than any Ramadan before it.